Welcome back, guys. Don't mind me, I have a song stuck in my head that I've been dancing to. And plus, life is good, life is good, life is good, guys. I am just in a good place and things are moving on well. That's why I am so excited. But thank you guys for tuning into this live. Your favorite high cheekbone sister Zawadi am. You are in the right place, looking for investment opportunity, wanting to purchase land, wanting to exercise, wanting to travel. This is the right channel for you. So you're probably wondering, like, what is this girl talking about today? Well, you guys know I recently traveled to Africa, specifically Liberia and Ghana, but this video is really about my visit to Liberia and the expectations that you must have set up before you can even go to Liberia. So what do you expect? There are 5 key things I want you guys to expect when you go back to Liberia, or if going to Liberia is your very first time. These are the 5 things you should expect when you are heading back, or when you've already planned your trip. All right, let's start. But before we do that, I want you guys to subscribe. All right, this song is stuck in my head. This song is coming out soon. So number 1, entry into the country. You are to expect 30 to 35 minutes wait time waiting for your COVID results. Okay, so at the airport, you get to the airport, you go through customs and everything else, and then you have to do your COVID test, rapid COVID test, and once you get your results, you are out of the airport. Before you can do that, you have to take that test and wait for the results. Okay, it could be between 30 minutes to 35 minutes. That is number 1 expectation. The next thing to expect when you are leaving the airport is some level of road pavement that is very narrow. So Liberia is currently the road that leads from the airport all the way to Monrovia is under construction. So as you are driving from the airport to Monrovia, you are going to see there's only 2 lanes, and then on the opposite sides of the road, construction is going on. They are expanding the road, so you should expect to have just 2 lanes. I know. How is that important? It's important if you are driving at night to go back to Monrovia. You are to be very careful of safety, because you don't want to drive in a place where it's dark and the road is very narrow. I know I cannot always spread positivity on this news, but this is on this channel. This is not such a bad thing, but I want y'all to expect that, specifically those who are heading there at night. During the day, you know, you're probably okay driving there. That is fine. So just expect that. Number 3 is you have to expect that most businesses are going to be closing at 6 p.m. You wonder, why are businesses closed at 6 p.m.? And these are your little corner stores. These are your convenience shops. These are maybe restaurants. Some restaurants are going to be closing relatively early, but then you have places that are open till late. You know, most of them are in Congo Town, so I don't want to mention any restaurant name specifically, because I'm not being paid to do so, and no, I'm not going to. Okay, I'm not going to give people free promotion here. So expect restaurants to be closed early, or some other businesses to be closed early. You probably are wondering, why are people closed at 6 p.m? Well, a lot of people are looking towards their safety. Okay, so depending on the side of town you are, you might leave your business open, versus if you're on a very sketchy side of town, you might want to close early due to security risk. So that's the reason why people are closing early. All right, but that does not limit you to other places in Singapore, Congo Town, that are open later than 6 p.m. and other areas too. part of the Robertsfield Highway that are still open, but that's after you have passed Dwazon and the other places, if you know what I mean. Dwazon, if you are familiar with Dwazon, that's where it is. If you're familiar with Boys Town, you can see some grocery stores which is very limited that will be open. Gas stations are also open. Number 4, if you are driving, okay, if you are driving a car, expect to be no gas, okay? There will be no gas available sometimes during the day. Like, so let's say you go to a total gas station, they could have a sign that says no gas, okay? And you're wondering like, okay, I'm running out of gas, what do I do? That's why they have street vendors, okay? You want to take a look at the gas that they have in those bottles. You can actually assess if somebody mixes it with water or it's just gas. For me, I'm very skeptical, so I just check and say, okay, is that mixed with water or not? If it is, I go my merry way. If it's not, I purchase along the street, okay? So that is exactly something you should assess for. Gas station will be closed early because there is no gas, okay? So during the day, you might want to fill up your tank. Very, very important. Number five, expect to have a backup generator, okay? So you're probably wondering, why do I need a backup generator? LEC is not a stable electricity, okay? It's not stable at all. For those of you guys who use LEC, great. Sometimes you might have electricity, but always have a backup system. However, what I recommend is for you guys to look into getting some solar panels. For those who live in Liberia or who have properties in Liberia, you need to consider solar panels. If you are so new to Liberia, you want to get a place that will have 24-hour electricity. The reason for this is that you don't want to have to be in the darkness, okay? You want to ensure that your Airbnb or your property that you're renting out does have electricity 24/7 or 24 hours. Very, very important. So if you're out of the country and you're wondering like, how do I ensure this is happening, you need to ask your landlord or whoever is renting you the place, do I have 24-hour electricity that is not LEC dependent only? Very, very important. So I just told you guys four major things. Number 5, please, nobody should be me for this, okay? This is just something that I'm gonna let people know. It does happen in most African countries. Hey, expect to see some people just pee on the road, okay? Men specifically do this, okay? You'll be driving, driving and chilling, and then you'll see in the corner of your eye, oh, that guy's peeing on the street. Well, that guy does not have a party to go to pee. Typically, they do this in like the bush, the trees, places. You expect to see that. Now, is it sanitary? No, it is not. But I'm letting you know of expectations. Even here in the US, you go hiking and there's no toilet, you sometimes use the I'm not giving you ideas, but you got the point. So you guys have heard the 5 things, okay? Let me give you guys a bonus. Expect traffic at certain times of the day, okay? So I'm not telling the traffic all the time, but there are major times out of your day that you would definitely see traffic. And this oftentimes I have observed during lunchtime and after work, okay? Typically that's what you see. People are getting out of work. Now, the secret to that, for me personally, I go to work super early. When I was in Liberia, I would wake up like 4 or 5 to make sure I was at the farm super early. And then my entertainment center, my construction sites, like those places I needed to be at early, I would definitely be wake up early to be there in time. Another way that I beat the traffic is to ensure that people after work have already left the road. So if people are leaving work at 6, I don't get on the road at 6. I make sure I get on the road by 8. At the peak hours, people are not really on the road. So those are some of the times that I tend to go out to enjoy myself, to alleviate my stress that would otherwise be caused by traffic. Now I've said so much, I give you a bonus. This should not deter your trip. Do not stop you from going to take your trip. Liberia has so much to offer. There's so much beauty. Some of these things are just things to expect, so that way you can prepare yourself. It's not to scare you from going to Africa. So just ensure that you keep these things in mind. It's very, very important. Is that you're preparing yourself just in case you see any of these things that, well, Zawadi told me, or perhaps I need to prepare for them. So thank you for tuning into my channel. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for making sure that you're giving thumbs up to this video so I can do more of this content. Now let's talk. Let's get you in the comment below. Give me your experience. Have you noticed any of these things? If you have, just share your experience, my people. It is so easy. Take care. As always, be blessed. You haven't talked to somebody in a minute, make sure you call them and tell them how much you care and love them. Life is too short. I always say this on this channel. Thank you all so much. Be blessed. Peace.